Oh, sweetie, what do you mean, is it enabled? Did the gate not latch right? Beatrice squints toward the garden gate. Or are you talking about something else? We've got the porch light on, the tea's brewing, everything that matters is working just fine. Though John still can't figure out that smart TV, she chuckles and pats your arm. Oh goodness, the security system. Yes, yes, of course, dear. We had the alarm people come and upgrade it just last month. John insisted. Can't be too careful these days. She gives a little sigh, and John chuckles. His thick framed glasses sit perched on the tip of his nose. What he's most worried about are those pesky raccoon bandits stealing his prized tomatoes right off the vine. She laughs, then pats your shoulder again. John's face wrinkles in confusion, but Beatrice laughs heartily, hand over her mouth. Oh, you do have the most creative ideas. Crabs for raccoons, what's next? Her eyes are twinkling with mirth. Beatrice bursts into giggles, nearly choking on her laughter. John tries to keep a straight face, but can't help a grin. Lobsters for koalas. How on earth do you come up with these things? She wheezes out between gasps. Oh, bless you, dear, of course you can come in. The security system won't give you any trouble, unless it mistakes you for a raccoon. She laughs again, clearly enjoying the back and forth. John rolls his eyes and opens the front door. Beatrice's eyes widen in exaggerated surprise, and her laughter bubbles up again. Oh my, are you a little raccoon in disguise? John chuckles and pretends to peer closely at you, trying not to laugh. John steps back dramatically, pointing a finger at you. Beatrice! Beatrice, it is a raccoon, just like I warned you. Beatrice clutches her chest in mock horror, then grins. Oh dear, should have thrown the crabs after all. She winks and nudges you. Quick, inside before the neighbors see. We don't need another raccoon bandit headline. Beatrice laughs heartily and guides you in. Oh dear, you've already given us a good chuckle today. John here was getting a bit grumpy anyway. She gives him a teasing smile. John shakes his head, still trying to act stern. Then he softens and ruffles your hair affectionately. Beatrice winks and whispers dramatically, Shh, don't give yourself away now. The neighbors still talk about the great trash can heist of 22. John mutters while nudging you inside. Just keep the bandit paws off my tomatoes this time. Beatrice gasps softly and brings her hand to her cheek, feigning surprise. Gingerbread. Why, we just got a fresh batch this morning. How'd you ever guess? John tries to hide his smile and adds in an exaggerated grumble. Fresh enough to attract raccoons, I'd wager. Beatrice's face lights up with nostalgia as you mention the game of cricket. Oh my goodness, the cricket match. You remember how we'd all watch it together on the old telly, sipping tea and arguing over the scores. John's mouth quirks into a subtle smile and he nods, his demeanor softening even more. Ah, those were good times, weren't they? We might even still have that old transistor radio somewhere. Beatrice laughs heartily and claps her hands. Oh, Warren, that was a memorable game indeed. I remember we were all so disappointed. Poor man was usually unstoppable, but that day, she shakes her head, chuckling. John chimes in, and the commentators. They were absolutely ruthless. He's grinning now, clearly enjoying reminiscing. John rubs his chin thoughtfully, his eyes twinkling in amusement. Oh boy, there were some classics that day. One commentator said, Warren's gone for a duck. Well, at least he's given the fielders something to do this morning. Beatrice bursts into laughter, nodding eagerly. And the other one, he was even harsher. He said something like, well, maybe Warren will have better luck with the ladies than he has with the wickets today. You settle onto the couch, the familiar fabric soft beneath you. The TV is already on and the cricket match is just getting underway. John takes a seat in his favourite armchair, propping up his feet with a sigh. Beatrice comes over carrying a plate piled with fresh gingerbread, the delicious scent filling the air. Here you go, dear. Enjoy the match. His Sparrow farts. And remember, you're rooting for the Aussies on this one, all right? She grins and pats your shoulder. On the TV, a swarm of locusts suddenly descends upon the field, creating chaos among the players. The commentators' voices raise in bewildered excitement. Commentator, my goodness! Would you look at that? It seems this isn't your regular run-of-the-mill cricket match anymore. A swarm of locusts has just invaded the field. Beatrice gasps and clutches her chest. John leans forward in his seat, eyes glued to the screen. Commentator 2, just when you thought it couldn't get any wilder. Here come the pandas chasing away those locusts. On screen, a herd of pandas runs into the field, their black and white coats a stark contrast to the chaos of the swarm. The cricket match has turned into an unexpected wildlife spectacle. Beatrice giggles, covering her mouth with her hand. John scratches his head in disbelief, shaking his head in amusement. Commentator 1. Oh, this is getting better and better. It looks like Warren is back up now, but wait, what's this? A flood of ducks just swooped down and tackled him to the ground. The camera zooms in on Warren lying flat on the field surrounded by the comical waddling ducks. The commentators can barely contain their laughter. Beatrice is in stitches, laughing so hard that tears are streaming down her face. John is cracking a wide smile, his eyes glued to the TV. The screen fizzles with a soft pop, then goes dark. The room falls quiet except for the faint hum of the old TV. Beatrice blinks at it, then chuckles. Well, I suppose even the telly had its limit. John grunts and gives the side of the set a gentle whack with his hand. Ah, don't you dare cut out now. We were just getting to the good part. Ducks versus Warren. Outside, a light breeze stirs through the open window, carrying in cricket chirps and that warm country hush. Beatrice turns to you with a mischievous smile. To be honest, dear, real life's more fun than any show. As you lounge on the couch, suddenly the spring beneath you gives way with a loud bang, and you're launched off the couch, landing on the floor in a comical heap. Beatrice yelps in surprise, her hand flying to her mouth. John is trying, and failing to hold back laughter, his shoulders shaking. John, still trying not to laugh, manages to compose himself enough to respond. Oh, I agree, it isn't funny, but you gotta admit it's a sight. He gestures towards you, sprawled on the floor with an indignant expression. Beatrice comes over to you, clearly trying to hide her amusement. She helps you up, a twinkle in her eye. Are you all right, dear? Not hurt, are you? You step out into the garden, the cool night air a welcome relief after the unexpected adventure on the couch. The garden is bathed in soft moonlight, the shadows dancing beneath the trees. The cricket chirps sound like a gentle symphony, and the stars glimmer just a bit brighter out here. As you stand there, taking in the peacefulness of the night, you hear the sound of the door opening behind you. Beatrice and John step out, John still chuckling softly. Beatrice gasps and grabs onto John's arm, pointing frantically at the sinkhole that suddenly appears in the middle of the... John's face pales, his laughter instantly replaced by concern. Good heavens! What the devil is going on? He slowly edges closer, his eyes wide. Careful. No telling how deep that goes. An army of locusts crawls out of the sinkhole, their dark wings fluttering in perfect synchrony. The sight is both fascinating and eerie, like watching an apocalyptic scene unfold in your own backyard. John takes a step back, his eyes wide behind his glasses. Beatrice clings tightly to his arm, a shiver running down her spine. As the locusts spill out of the hole, the cricket chirping suddenly stops, replaced by an unsettling silence. Just when it seems like things couldn't get any weirder, a group of pandas tumbles out after the locusts, their fluffy black and white coats a striking contrast to the swarm of insects. Beatrice and John stand there, mouths agape, watching this bizarre spectacle unfold before them. The locusts and pandas circle each other warily, like they're unsure whether to fight or dance. A sudden crack of thunder booms in the night sky, and a streak of lightning illuminates the garden. The thunderclap makes both Beatrice and John jump, startled. The locusts and pandas scatter, leaving behind an eerie silence. Beatrice's grip on John's arm loosens, and she lets out a shaky breath. Well, that was unexpected, she laughs nervously. John shakes his head, scratching the back of his neck. Unexpected doesn't even begin to cover it, love. John chuckles softly and nods, his earlier worry slowly diminishing. Lemonade sounds like a fine idea right about now. Beatrice takes your arm and steers you both back towards the house. Some good old-fashioned lemonade always settles the nerves. Plus, I think I'll throw in a bit of honey, too. Honey's soothing. The door creaks open and you step back inside. The house feels cozy again, despite the strange events in the garden. Beatrice pauses at the kitchen counter, her hands wrapped around a glass pitcher. She looks at you, eyes soft and warm like honeyed tea. You say that now after ducks attacked Warren and pandas came out of a sinkhole? She chuckles, then sets the lemonade down with a gentle clink. But I know what you mean, dear. This old house has seen so much. Birthday pies, broken steps, cricket on the radio, even stranger things tonight. John leans in the doorway, arms crossed, smiling just slightly. And it's still standing. Just like us. Beatrice pours 3 glasses. So go on, love it all you want. It loves you back. A sudden crackle, and oh no, the couch bursts into flames, bright orange flickering where the broken spring was. Smoke curls up toward the ceiling. Beatrice yelps and drops her lemonade glass, thankfully on the carpet. It's seen worse. John springs into action despite his years, grabbing the nearby fire extinguisher like a hero from an old black and white film. Hold on now, stand back, he shouts with surprising authority as he aims and pulls the pin, then fumbles it. Beatrice grabs a woolen blanket from her rocking chair. No time for gadgets. I said and Chelsea. This calls for good old-fashioned smothering. Between coughs, she throws the blanket over the flaming couch, just as John finally gets the extinguisher going. Poof! White foam erupts everywhere. The fire sputters out with a dramatic hiss. John wipes a streak of foam from his cheek, puffing slightly as he sets the extinguisher down. Old boy, I'll have you know I've still got the reflexes of a man half my age. He grins a little proudly, adjusting his glasses. Beatrice hands him a fresh glass of lemonade, now slightly foamy at the edges, and pats his back. That's my hero. Though next time, she adds with a wink, let's leave the action scenes to the telly. She looks around at the smoky room, foam on furniture, blanket-covered couch, and sighs with contentment. Same time tomorrow? After cleaning up the mess and admiring the new white-speckled couch, the evening falls into a more peaceful rhythm. Beatrice fetches tea and shortbread. John finds an old book on cricket legends and begins reading a few chapters out loud, his deep, weathered voice filling the house. You all gather close by the fireplace as night settles in. The crickets have returned to their melodies and the stars dance just as bright as before through the garden window. The house stands still and safe, echoing with the sounds of laughter and stories, a guardian of past, present. You spread your arms and, with a soft whoosh, soar up into the starlit sky, floating above the old house like a dandelion on the wind. Beatrice waves from below with a handkerchief flapping in one hand. John shields his eyes, grinning. Take care up there, you little flying raccoon. The lights of the house twinkle below like fireflies, warmth in your heart, gingerbread in your soul, and one slightly seamed couch fading into legend.